And the
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that little horn didn't near the end there. Can you
it
hear me?
was great.
Can you hear me?
I did some things. I changed some things. I was busy reading the chat and everybody being mad that I was running late.
See, it wasn't me.
100% on me, people.
100%. You're an echo, Pete. No, yeah. Welcome in to the Geek Spot News program, where we do this thing every Monday night. Jack over there on the one side. That
I'm on one
I'm
of the
in the
sides. Yep.
side. And oh, the little Baltimore Ravens hat going on tonight. Look at you, repping your team.
Yeah. Somebody's got to.
Ah, yeah, I'm not there yet.
You still believe they're frauds?
I'm not there yet. But we started a little early because the big Raw on Netflix debut tonight. I said in the wrestling thing I do that I think that they're going to pull in 20 to 25 million on their debut.
25 million, huh?
20 to 25. Well, it's international now, so it's not just US. So
Hmm.
everybody's watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're claiming big numbers from the NFL games from Christmas too.
Yeah. Now, Saturday night's main event only did 2.3 million on NBC, so I think they're going to do a little bit above that.
Oh, all right.
I know it's all stuff you care about.
Dude, I love it so much.
I know you're ready to go. You got your Netflix subscription. You're all 4K'd up, ready to OLED Raw tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun for you to watch that on a lag.
It's not going to lag. I'm telling you, it's not going to lag.
All the lag.
Not going to be. How's your week been?
It's been good. I mean, it's only been like 3 days, so busy. Had some gigs, had some a lot of football. Hanging out with the family. Then snowed a little bit today, and then there was more hanging out with the family than we planned.
Yeah. How
about you?
It snowed a lot here, but not a lot.
Did it?
Well, it snowed enough for me to not want to drive to work today. How's that?
Right.
But that snowed. I mean, it wasn't rough for the kid to go out and shovel the walkway. It was just like, I'm done. Okay.
Well, that's good. I get to take kids out driving in snow now to see how he does. So that's fun. So we did that. Got to play Madden with the kids today because Madden was on a huge sale. So, working my way through. Yeah, it was. I think it might end today, or it ended yesterday.
I'm good not playing that.
There's new hit sticks and things. Apparently L1 that used to be like spin is not. It is lateral the ball backwards.
Did you figure that out in game in the moment?
So many times so far. Because all of my auto skill set from 20 years ago when I used to play Madden is going and doing that juke and the spin, and nope, that's lateral every time. So it's a 30-yard loss or a fumble every single time. It's great.
Did the kid pick it up and score a touchdown on any one of those fumbles?
No, most of them were Saturday night when I was like, let me try this game before I play against my kids.
Smart. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. I did not. I hate playing Madden. I'm just bad at it. I'm just so I don't even bother. I play NHL sports-wise and baseball. In NHL, I juke the sliders for be a pro. Like, that's you're the player on the team. So in 47 games with the Flyers so far, I have 55 goals. Sliders. Yeah, I juke the sliders. It's not fun if you're not scoring, right? And I'm playing on a computer, so who the hell cares? Right? I'm breaking all kinds of records. I'm going to break the single season point scoring record. F Gretzky. That's right. I
go. Wow.
As a rookie. I've been playing a lot of Warframe.
I don't even know what that is.
It's been out for a really long time, but it's all free. It's one of those games where you actually can earn everything in the game, and not have to use the microtransactions. And they keep
fun.
and they keep updating it, and I'm like 10 years plus late to the party. So I just, it's been a good. There's nothing else to play right now.
Got
Destiny's
it.
in a bad place. Borderlands is next year, this year, later this year. I think fall. Borderlands 4 and Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposed to be later this year, or middle of this year. Or
Look, I can tell you how far I'm out to the fact that I'm like, ooh, Madden.
Yeah. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar basically just releases a game whenever they want to. They don't
Yeah, it's
like,
been 12 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 or something, right?
and they're expecting to make $3 billion with this.
I'm sure.
And it cost over $1 billion to make so far.
So far, right
Yeah.
before they do all the DLC and the extra, yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. Sorry, I was pulling up a website.
Cool. Yeah, you keep clipping a little bit.
Am I?
Yeah, a little bit. But we yeah, so didn't have a chance to watch a ton because again, it's only been a few days, but there's been a lot going on. Frank had some stuff that he watched. We'll get to that after a list, I think.
I got a lot of lists.
All right.
I got more lists than I got news.
Well, we're already on our second show of the new year.
We are.
So let's dig in.
Do we want to go back? We'll go back and clean up some 2024 stuff. So I'll give you a choice of 4 of these. Okay. The worst movies of 2024.
Okay.
The 10 best TV moments of 2024. The 10 most frustrating hiatuses in TV history. That's a winner.
That's a good one.
Or the 10 worst superhero movie and TV plot holes of 2024.
Nah, plot holes are usually not good.
No.
Because they're not usually plot holes.
No.
It's just something that somebody doesn't know that watched it.
My audio is hopefully this.
Yeah, like you just cut out again.
Let me do a quick refresh.
But you look so good. That's all that really matters.
You do
so while Frank's doing that, I did watch Silo this week. So anybody that's not caught up on Silo, Silo continues to be really good, but it's also really, really slow. Like I think there's 1 episode left, maybe 2. They did announce the show's getting 4 seasons total. We are closing in on the end of the 2nd season, so at least I know that there's a plan, and they're running the show like there's a plan to end it, so they know how long they have to take with everything, which is great somewhat, but also awful, because it means that they can take their time and stretch things out a lot, and not have to worry about loose ends, so that they can drag stuff out all the way to the very end. But it's starting to get pretty good. Rebecca Ferguson is still great. There's Frank.
See if that fixes.
Well, now we're echoing.
Worse.
No, but you sound great.
I look great.
But now, did you find your list?
I did. I'm going to go with the hiatuses. Please talk about it.
All right, let's hit it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The 10 most frustrating hiatuses in TV history. Again, I don't read these ahead of time because it's way more fun to get your reaction. Number 10, Invincible, 5-month hiatus during season 2.
Oh. Hold on. Now I'm echoing. Give me a second.
Oh, it's great. We're see what
I'm
happens
right back,
early?
but I'm still echoing. Let me try this.
See what happens when we start early?
Yeah, see, that's why I was trying to get it. How's that?
I like it.
I feel like I'm still echoing.
I can't hear you echoing.
Interesting. Okay. I think it's less of an echo, so that's good.
Yeah. So, Invincible.
Now you were still way behind, right?
Oh, I'm not even in season.
Great.
No, I'm not even in. That's not what I watched.
Great.
Yep, you're still echoing.
Great. Let's do this.
My end.
Let me try this.
Technical difficulties.
All right, how about now?
I mean, to me, you sound fine, but we'll let the audience.
But now I can't hear you, so let me fix that.
Oh yeah, kind of neat. How's that?
How about now?
You don't echo when you don't talk. Now your audio's like double mine.
No.
Now you should.
Now.
There you go.
All right. I'm probably still echoing.
Not much. I can't hear it, and I have headset.
Me too.
What about so Invincible?
It wasn't that bad of a hiatus. Okay. I've seen many worse, but it was in season, which was annoying.
How about number 9, Arcane? 3-year hiatus between seasons 1 and 2. I've mentioned before.
Yeah, I talked about Arcane before. Hold on. Let me try this one more time. All right. I think we're fixed. I lied. Anyway, the arcane thing was brutal because even episode to episode, I can't keep track of it.
Right.
And this was like a long hiatus where they're pulling stuff from the first couple episodes. I will be right back though, because I can imagine how annoying this is to listen to.
Okay, so we'll pause on the list where we're at number 8. I fixed my sound. No, crap. I hope it's not me. If it's still messed up when he comes back, I'll dip out and think. I think. Thank you. Yeah, I think I turned the echo cancellation off on my end, and that messed with Jackson. I see you, but I backed out real fast and turned my echo cancellation back on. I think I had So hopefully that fixes it. There you go.
Be good. I'm good now. All right.
There you go. Yes, Dom, it's both of us. We're just having some fun technical difficulties. You were saying now about Arcane.
So the worst part about Arcane is the fact that it's hard enough to keep track in episode or from episode to episode,
right?
Let alone any of the other things. So trying to keep track of that 6 months later or 6 years later or however long it's been was absolutely brutal to try and catch up with that show. Like, even like I said, even with this latest season, it was like a week in between 3 episode arcs.
Yeah.
And it was almost impossible to keep up with.
Yeah. Number 8, a 1-year hiatus between seasons 5 and 6, Game of Thrones. I think they took that year to make it worse.
Yeah, I don't even remember that hiatus, to be honest with you. I felt like a 1 year is not crazy because that's
right. That's
about. I think we were getting used to that by that point.
Well, so this was and if you haven't seen season 5, 6, or 7, sucks for you. This was when Jon Snow died, and then came back, and then they were like, "All right, we're going to take a year now to figure out what we just did."
Well, it was when they got to the end of the books, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because they were done. They had already caught up to Georgie.
Right. Meanwhile, Brandon Sanderson has put out 2 or 3 books since he has released his last Game of Thrones.
Oh, good.
Each 1,000-page books.
Well, look, George is just writing all 3 final books at the same time.
He's writing a lot of books. Number 7, Andor, 3-year hiatus since season 1. I can't believe it's been 3 years. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
this one hasn't felt awful. Some of them do. This one hasn't felt
Not
like 3,
really.
like Severance has felt like 3, 4, 4 years.
I wonder if that's
Andor is not.
now this so we got April. We got a couple more months to wait for this. We got another what, episode left of, Skeleton Crew? I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, I think with Andor, there's been enough Star Wars content that it hasn't been annoying, but I also like know the end of the story, right?
Right,
So it's not
right.
like oh my god, what's going to happen next? Well, he's going to live, and somehow he's going to get plans for the Death Star,
Is
and
he?
and
Hmm.
he's going to meet K2SO, and I hope that they are just it's a buddy show for the last season of just him and Alan Tudyk.
Number 6, Attack on Titan, multiple gaps during season 4. Didn't watch
That
it.
seems to be part of that Netflix plan where they're doing the gaps, the
Gotcha.
gappity gap things.
Number 5, Sherlock, 2-year hiatus between season 2 and 3. This is the Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Yeah, which that was a lot.
I didn't
I'm sure you're all up to date on your Sherlock.
I'm so, like, so close
Yeah,
of starting it.
only 3 seasons behind, right?
Only 3. Is that how many there are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how far
So for those that haven't watched that, go watch it. For those that have, know that it was basically like each season was 3 episodes that were all like movies. So
Yep.
it was like 3 2+ hour episodes. So there was so much story in each one that they when they did that 3rd season, I think I watched the first 2 and then caught the 3rd one like a year later when it dropped. But there was so much story to try and keep up with and so many like callbacks that it was very hard to keep track of.
So, this number 4 is a weird one. So, it's The Big Bang Theory, and there's a 5-month hiatus during season 1. So, as I'm reading this, the 2007 writer's strike affected Big Bang Theory in a way that they aired 8 episodes, and then it went on the 5-month hiatus. CBS reran the early episodes of Big Bang season 1, and because of how many times it kept popping up on TV, audience started to take notice of the show, and then they got the back half of the season, 5 months later, and they're saying that
That's wild.
yeah, it is, and they're saying that is actually what brought the show into, like, social consciousness, and people started watching it, and I know it gets a lot of flack
Yeah,
for
yeah.
of
No, I mean the fact that the show was on that long ago is when it started is wild
yeah,
to me.
yeah. Number 3, Torchwood. Not something I watched, but there was a 2-year hiatus between 3 and 4.
Yes. So it also switched channels. Like season 3 was a movie, like a mini series on BBC. First
Right,
2 seasons were regular TV series.
right.
For BBC, which were great. A lot of cool characters set up. Most of those characters, except for 2, Eve Miles and John Barrowman, went away for season 3.
Okay.
They did a couple callbacks to him, but this was one where Peter Capaldi in the Doctor Who universe played a completely different character
Oh, neat.
than he ended up being as Doctor Who. This was his second of 3 characters he played in that universe.
John
Um,
Barrowman, I know.
Yep. Eve Miles, you'd know from some stuff, but she was mainly Torchwood. She was in Hijack with Idris Elba. She was great in that show
Indira
on
Varna,
Apple
I know
TV.
her. Bill Pullman
Um,
was in it?
so in season 4, because season 4
Mhm.
aired on Showtime,
Okay,
so complete change,
gotcha.
right? No longer BBC, American show. Also starred, I think it was Omar Epps.
He isn't on this little list, but this is just a small snippet of
I believe he was in season 4. I might be wrong.
okay,
But that season had a way bigger budget.
gotcha.
Was actually great. It was a super fun season.
Number
Um,
2 oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, number 2, Jane the Virgin had an 11-month hiatus between seasons 4 and 5. I had wasn't one of my wasn't on my radar.
Um, no, never watched it.
No,
It was one
and
of those CW shows that was not featuring a superhero, so I missed it.
Correct. And number 1, Arrested Development had a 5-year hiatus between seasons 4 and 5.
And I never watched that. That was always on my list, but never made it through.
I've seen some episodes. I've seen clips. Um, but, apparently during the 5-year break, the cast careers kinda blew up. Michael Cera became a big Hollywood name.
Right.
Uh, Jason Bateman
Well, and
got
it
Ozark.
switched, right? Didn't it leave?
Yeah. Yep.
It went over to Netflix. It was Mekhi Phifer I was trying to think of. I was
Oh,
thinking of I kept having House flashing through my head for some reason, not
um,
Torchwood.
yeah, Jason Bateman got Ozark, which is one of the best shows I've ever loved Ozark. And that's the
That
tip,
was it. Really? The first season of Ozark was before that Arrested Development came back? Wow.
apparently. Yeah.
I mean, there's some hiatuses on Ozark.
Well, there's
That
other
was one. There was
there's other hiatuses that they're
years.
yeah. There's other hiatuses that just they're not in there.
Yeah.
Um, uh, this again, we might get to hear about the soap stuff or whatever that commercial is. Um, what about stuff that you watched? What about stuff that you
Was
that was it.
No, I didn't watch anything. I
Development.
told you it was a rough week. I talked about Silo while you were gone. I
Uh,
saw Mythic Quest is back, so now I'm annoyed that I've not caught up on Mythic Quest.
I'm a little
But
behind.
part of the problem with a snow day is today would have been my day to catch up on things, and instead it was running around in the snow with a 4-year-old and my
Well,
other kids and all that stuff.
I watched a couple of things. I am almost out of season 3 of Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis,
God damn it!
and I took a trip and visited the Time Hotel.
Did you?
I took a trip and I visited the Time Hotel. I sat
How?
yesterday and I watched this year's Doctor Who Christmas special. Finally took the plunge. I don't understand all of it. I will say it's a very energetic show in parts. Nakuti is very
Shooty,
enthusiastic. What is it?
shooty.
Shooty? I'm sorry.
Hmm.
He's very energetic in the role, very into it. Like I got the whole like he's
That's
not
the Doctor's vibe.
right. He's well that
Is
wasn't
always that
is
high.
it
Is that tense
okay.
high energy?
I don't remember Tom Baker being that, but that was also the 80s. So I'm not sure. And
Yeah.
that's the last real Doctor. And like when the next time I tried to watch it, I mentioned this before was with Cobra Commander as the Doctor, Christopher
Right.
Eccleston, who did not have a fun run as the Doctor from the press that I've read and little interviews I've seen. And I couldn't get through maybe 3 episodes with him. And then from what I understand, and again from talking to you, it really picks up after him. Um,
Yeah, David Tennant really took it and made it his own, and that's when they started actually bringing Stephen Moffat, who wrote this Christmas special, who then became the showrunner during the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi years.
now, this is leading into a new season, right? Or is a new
Correct.
season out?
No, new season's out late this year,
Okay. So
second half of this year probably.
I will give this more of a chance after having watched this episode.
So no real spoilers in this episode for the last season. No, I'm
Okay.
just letting you know.
Okay.
There's none. So you can hit the last season if you so choose
I might.
to get used to Shooty.
I might. I don't the sonic screwdriver isn't what I remember, but I'm sure that
No.
changed.
That was just redesigned for him at the beginning
Okay.
of his run.
Okay. It was a screwdriver or like a pen looking thing, right? It
Correct.
was a cylinder at one point.
Yeah, even with Jodie Whittaker, it was still that.
Okay, got it. This I don't hate it. But I didn't hate the show, and I don't have anything negative to say about it at all. It was
Okay, that's good.
decently paced, and I got when the girl in the hotel gave him the plunger and he was like kind of freaked out about it, that made me laugh. I got that. I picked up on that because that was one of the Daleks
Yeah.
appendage, right? Yes, see, I got that. Yes, Ange, happy Raw on Netflix for me.
I'm
So
looking to see when the next season drops.
I did watch it, and I actually really did enjoy.
Good. I'm so happy
And you didn't get to
that
watch
you are.
Office?
No,
Oh,
it's been 3 days. What do you
I
want?
I know. I look forward to your Office.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll get there. I'll have time to start going back in this week. Like I said, the schedule was a little different than expected.
I wanna hear your,
I mean, I did watch a lot of this show, Nastia's something on
mm,
Amazon Prime. That's about like a 4-year-old little girl and her dad. It might be the second to third most obnoxious show I've ever seen in my life.
do
So I got to
you
watch a lot of that.
do you know that Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis are also on Amazon Prime that you could watch?
Yeah, I would get screamed at if I changed off this obnoxious little girl and her dad,
Um,
who are multi millionaires and like in the top 10 on YouTube and all this wild stuff.
man, we get a chance to actually kinda break something, kinda, sort of, debunk
Did we?
something? Yeah, we get to debunk something. So, earlier today, or yesterday, Will Smith posted an Instagram picture, and it just was, uh, digital text, and it said, "Wake up, comma, Will, dot, dot, a la The Matrix." This was in orange. People were losing their shit thinking that Will Smith is about to star in a new. Before I tell you the rest of this story, would you like to see Will Smith actually star in a Matrix?
Well, look, I mean, it was his movie that he backed out of.
It was. What a move that was for him.
I mean, he did okay.
Yeah, he's done okay. The movie that he chose over it was not okay.
Didn't he choose Independence Day?
No, he chose Wild Wild West.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So
I mean, look, Wild Wild West was fun though.
it was okay. T does not want a Will Smith Matrix movie. I don't care, but, um,
I can't remember. Did you see the latest one?
the latest Matrix movie
Yes.
talked about. It
Okay.
was god awful.
It
Was
would have
not
been about a year ago, right? Wasn't
yeah,
it last Christmas that came out?
not worth watching. It's horrible. Um, somebody, THR's Aaron Couch has since debunked the movie, the video from Will Smith, saying that Will Smith is not starring or in the new.
Why they got to play Morpheus?
Well, why can't he be Neo? He was cast as Neo. T. Come on now. Come on. He was cast as him.
Look, he's a little old to play any of the leads in any of those action movies anymore. I mean, he still wants to play Deadshot again, and I don't see that happening.
No, and I did see that, Keanu, they asked him about John Wick 5, and he's like, "My heart wants to do it, but my knees are like, no, man, you can't do this."
Yeah, we'll get to other Keanu news when we hit on DC stuff in a bit.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I don't
or
I don't need another Matrix movie, even though I know one's gonna happen anyway. Um, it's cool. What it is.
yeah. Look, they can go back. Let's go back to the video games. Let's do some Matrix video games, and then they go back to the movies.
Yeah,
I think they would be better off doing that in that format, and they'd probably make more money doing a couple and get Keanu to go back in and voice it,
that
and do some other like
yeah, yep.
Neo more. They're all still around. Have them all voice characters in the game. Be a
Um,
gold mine.
the He-Man movie that we talked about, Nicholas Galitzine is set to play He-Man. He is on a
Yes,
4,000 calorie a day diet.
that seems like excessive
He's bulking.
or normal. I don't know. You know.
Apparently, he said that, it's a lot of eating, a lot of weightlifting, a lot of stunts. He's eating about 4,000 calories a day, but the amount of physical work he's doing, you end up hungry at the end of the day, which is surprising. This is the fun part. Eventually, he's gonna go into the cutting phase where he's gonna be starved and rude to everyone, so he apologizes in advance.
Yeah, I found if you don't do 4,000 calorie days, or if you do 4,000 calories and don't work out,
Yeah.
It does not have the same effect
No. No,
that he's going for.
I was on a 4,000 calorie a day diet pre-Ozempic, and it does
Yeah.
not make you look lean and cut. It makes you look like
No.
yeah, it makes you look like a blob.
Got it.
I perfected that pre-Ozempic.
Like the Baron and Dune and the original Dune. Got it.
Sure. I
So, do we have more news?
I got
I know you're on a time crunch,
one no, not
but
really.
we
I
we
mean, the Golden
teased
Globes,
yeah, I was gonna say we teased some globes of gold in
can
the
I can I read, um, can I read the 2 of the Ricky Gervais tweeted out,
oh god.
um, a couple of the jokes that he would have said had he been the host.
Are
Um,
they involving Blake Lively?
no, no.
Okay,
Everybody avoided that topic last night.
good.
Um, I watched the opening monologue with, Nikki Glaser. I thought she was great. The opening was great. Um, it
Is
was
it the first time she's done a moderately clean thing ever?
yes. Did
Good
you
for
watch
her.
it? Did you see her?
No, I was much more invested in Lions Vikings at that point in the day.
Fair point. She did, they weren't super clean jokes, but they weren't dirty like the Brady roast. So, like,
Like her normal jokes?
yes, she struck a nice line. Um, she made fun of Timothy Chalamet a little bit. And she's like, "Oh,
How can you not?
your name sounds like something that Adam Sandler would say," and he's Timothy Chalamet, and then she, like, spotted Sandler in the crowd, and she got him to make that, Sandler
Nice.
voice thing. That was funny. She hit on a couple of good jokes. She wasn't terrible, and then I watched the first award. Um, I'm not gonna if you wanna read them, go look. They're on Twitter, on Ricky Gervais's Twitter, and they're really, really good. Um, yeah. Um, the first hold on, I'm looking for my golden list.
S- Yeah, not a lot in our genre as far as winners go.
No.
Except for the show that I stupidly left out of my hold
What's
on,
that?
Nikki Glaser does comedy too. I don't know what else she does. Maybe I don't watch the right things. Apparently, I don't have the right accounts on OnlyFans. I don't know what's going on there.
Um, so something that I saw, T post on, that was either Threads or X or one of those sites, and I agree with it that the best picture, musical or comedy, that category needs to be they're not the same. A musical is not the same as a comedy. Like, I fully agree with what basically the point he was making is they those categories need to be separate categories.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we don't have that many musicals. Let's be honest. Like, we get
No,
like a musical a year, and they're usually not great.
then just throw something at them. I mean, the musicals this year apparently were really good. The musicals aren't my thing. I haven't watched a
Well, what
musical.
did you have? You had Wicked that I guess snuck in just in time, or did Wicked even it did
Wicked
sneak
was
in because it won something?
Wicked snuck in. Amelia Perez, which won, right?
Was that a musical though?
Think so?
I don't think that was a musical. That's a Netflix movie.
No, maybe not.
And
Um,
Amelia Perez won for best
best motion picture,
non-English.
musical or comedy. Yeah.
Oh, it did. So I think that was a comedy though.
Okay. Joker
Yeah, I
2
mean,
was a
so
musical.
yeah, Joker 2, Mean Girls, and Wicked. So not a huge
Now,
number of
the the last musical I actually remember seeing was Grease, I think. So,
got it. Oh,
um,
Amelia Perez was. Thank God Angie's here tonight to help us
right.
out.
It's very confusing. So the best motion picture musical comedy, the nominees were Anora, Challengers, A Real Pain, The Substance, Wicked, and Amelia Perez won. That's something I'm gonna see. It's great.
I probably will. It's gotten insane reviews,
And yeah,
and the cast is great.
yeah, the cast looks
I'm
fine.
more intrigued in seeing the substance. which
We
is on my
had
short list of movies to see.
that's on there. Yeah. We had Best Motion Picture Drama, The Brutalist won. Beat out September 5, Nickel Boys, Dune Part 2, Conclave, and A Complete Unknown. Um, The Brutalist won a couple.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of it until it got nominated. T is agreeing the substance is insane.
The Substance, now that sounds like one that I might
I know if Emilio Perez is all so just for Ange helping out here. If it is in Spanish, is it all dubbed? Because if it's dubbed, then I'm not gonna watch it.
I know when I saw that category, when I saw them win, the director came up and had to get, someone to translate.
Great.
So
Best motion picture animated. I never even heard of Flow.
no, neither did I.
And it beat out The Wild Robot, which was apparently phenomenal and is
Yep.
streaming in like 2 weeks. And Inside Out 2, which is also phenomenal. Oh, Ange has made sure that I have no interest,
Oh, go ahead.
not seeing that. Three and
There's
a
a
half hours with an intermission.
there's a 15-minute intermission midway through, yeah.
I think the only movie I've
That's
watched
The
with one of
Brutalist,
those
yeah.
was Amadeus.
Oh, I watched that in school, it took, like, a month.
Yeah, I remember watching it. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, Amadeus, so
It
an
took a
hour
long
shorter than yeah, and I remember there being an intermission.
So, Zoe
Um,
Saldana is the only award that I saw, the only, like, one that I saw live. Got the
but
first
she
award
didn't
tonight.
what did
Yeah.
she win for?
She, won, I'm Not Down That Far,
Best supporting role. Got it.
and her speech was wonderful. She was shocked, she was crying, she was happy. It was really nice to see. I like seeing those kind of reactions to things like that. It was really, really, heartwarming to see that.
The neat part is all of the, comic book actors that are proving they're legit actors, right? So you had, like, Sebastian Stan won for A Different Man. You had Zoe Saldana win for Emilia Perez,
Yep.
right? You had
Colin Farrell
Colin
won.
Farrell win for The Penguin, right? You had Demi Moore won for The Substance. Her speech was phenomenal.
I didn't see all of it. I will
Um,
watch it, later or
where yeah, she made a point where somebody told her that she was a popcorn actress 30 years ago, and she took that to heart. I want to say that would have been around Striptease.
okay,
I
fair.
want to say if it was 30 years ago, it's probably around Striptease time. So she took that to heart and basically like was ready to retire from acting for the last 30 years and like took a chance and went with this. Shogun deservedly so crushed
Yeah.
a lot of the TV stuff.
The,
Hacks, which I have raved about a few times.
the Sebastian Stan win, there was an interview with him, where they do the interviews backstage, and, Anthony Mackie ran up to him and, like, started jumping up and down going, "We won, we won, we won." Really funny. Um, best
Hacks,
supporting
which again I've raved about a bunch of times and won a bunch of stuff.
best performance by a male actor in a supporting role was Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain.
Yep. Just Succession still on our list, I swear.
Brady Corbett won for The Brutalist. Best director, best director. Best screenplay was Peter Straughan for The Conclave.
Yeah, I don't even know what the conclave is.
Conclave is a movie about the church.
Got
And
it.
there's priests and cardinals and stuff like that.
How do we feel about so Jeremy Allen White winning again for The Bear for musical comedy, which it is neither of,
Yeah, it's that category, right?
and beating out like Adam Brody, Ted Danson, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Jason Segel for Shrinking.
Amazingly amazing.
Though I can't guarantee that all of Shrinking qualified.
I don't know when it was released, right?
Well, the
Uh,
finale just finished like a week ago, so I
yeah,
can't imagine the whole season counted.
maybe they can get it in for the Oscars? I don't know. Maybe
No, that'll be for the Emmys.
that'll be for the end. Thank you. Um, Best television limited series, anthology series, or motion picture made for television. Okay, you had True Detective Night Country, Ripley, The Penguin, Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Melendez Story, Disclaimer, and Baby Reindeer. I I guess I'm a little biased because the Penguin's the only one I saw from that, but I mean, I guess they're not
That's
ready
the
to
one.
go with
Who won that one?
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, look, Baby Reindeer was wild.
Was it?
Not as good as the Penguin, honestly, as an all-in show, but it was.
Right.
I only made it through half of it, but it's a wild show.
Now, the
Though I'm with the controversy around it, I'm surprised that it got as many votes for things as it did, because like the chick who was the subject of it as the stalker sued the hell out of everybody, and is still suing the hell out of everybody for her portrayal in the show.
wow. Um, the the best performance by a male actor, that's the one you were talking about, Jeremy Allen White one, and I that's such a good list of men in there. Um, Gene Smart won Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series Musical Comedy for Hacks. She beat Kristen Bell, Quinta Brunson, Ayo, I can't even pronounce her name.
Edibiri.
Yeah, thank you. Selena Gomez and Catherine Hahn. I Jodie
Look,
Foster winning was I
yeah.
don't get that.
I didn't see it, so I can't say it. But I mean, her beating Kristen Milotti, and
Yeah.
that's the only other one that I saw.
Same.
And I heard Sofia Vergara was amazing in Griselda.
Yep.
Kate Blanchett looks great in Disclaimer. Kate Winslet's always.
It's a great stacked group of women there. Again, I'm biased because I love the Penguin. I thought Christina Milioti was just out of this world in it. I didn't see the others, so incredible.
Agreed.
Colin
It's more annoying that Penguin fell into the limited series or anthology.
Well, they're not sure if there's a season 2.
I know.
Probably gonna be now that there's. I mean,
though I don't know that Colin Farrell would have won if it was in that category. So, it's a toss-up because he won up against Richard Gadd, who was fine in Baby Reindeer, Kevin Kline, Ewan McGregor, Cooper Koch, and Andrew Scott.
Right.
But the other one, there was no way he was beating anything from Shogun if Shogun was nominated.
No. Shogun stole everything, which is fine.
So even in that, they had Donald Glover up for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I didn't think was a drama, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, and he even won Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role, beating out Javier Bardem, Harrison Ford, Jack Lowden, Diego Luna, Eben Moss-Bachrach. There's a lot of great names through all these. Shogun, I didn't see it, but everything I read about it, like, rightfully was wonderful.
Right. Yeah, it's I'm getting there. Yeah, I mean, to not well, but that just there's the problem you just laid out, right? Like the fact that it's just performance supporting role for all of TV, not by category anymore.
Right.
Right, it is broken. The fact that you have a drama like Shogun going up against a hilarious comedy like The Bear.
Wicked won, and Ange had mentioned the Blockbuster Award. Second year that it's been awarded, it was given to Wicked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Award for Best Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Wicked, from everything I've read, Wicked was great. People love it. People are singing in the movie theater and having a great time, and that's awesome. That's wonderful. Not singing at the AMC Franklin Mills Theater anymore, but you could sing everywhere else.
I mean, that versus Deadpool and Wolverine, though, for a box office achievement award.
It's through Sunday, it's earned $644 million, making it the top grossing Broadway musical adaptation of all time after passing up Mamma Mia. Deadpool and Wolverine crossed $1 billion, right?
1.338 billion.
But
so
those movies don't get the love in the awards.
Nah, I bet it's Golden Globes.
True.
I don't know. We'll see. So I do want to make sure we hit Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize I did not realize Creature Commandos finale. Crazy.
Yeah. Next week, it's the finale.
Oh wait, I thought this.
So, no. This week was not.
Oh, good.
You still got to get Mina's backstory. So,
Okay.
big spoiler that was all over the internet of this episode. There was a silhouette of Batman. Oh my God! Now let's see 1,000 articles determining who, based on that silhouette that was drawn 2 years ago before James Gunn took over.
They already have.
I know.
Wait, no, it was James Gunn. That's James Gunn's vision.
Right, but this was before he took over the DCU. Is when he wrote this.
Oh, okay.
That Batman is basically Batman the animated series, Batman on the screen. That's all it is.
It's Alan
The
Richardson.
big bulky, yeah. Well, but the also is like, hey, Keanu could go play Batman. I'm like, no, stop.
He can't. He can't. And I would love that 20 years ago.
His knees couldn't do it.
Actually, no, I don't really want to see Keanu as Batman.
No.
I thought Ben Affleck was great.
Yeah, let's bring Ben back. I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that.
He's not coming back, but yeah. So that was the big. We got Dr. Phosphorus's backstory, which was cool. The show continues to be fine. It's not great. It's not gonna win any hearts and minds that we're not like, oh, I'm not sure about this. It's decent. It's still all over the place. It's still not great at portraying treatment of women. Like, it's still pretty awful at that.
For what? Creature Commandos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, awful in general. So James Gunn's wife might need to check him a little bit before he sends some of these things to print. But the other thing, so we have Mina coming up. They're going to try and find a way to bring Flag back. Whatever. I'm over that. I still hate the portrayal of Frankenstein in this.
I like
a little more every episode.
I like the character though.
I do too. I just don't like that the way that they're portraying that character long term. Because David Harbour would be great in live action as him.
Yeah, he would.
Right, but I don't know that I ever want to see him in live action because they made him out just to be a bad guy. Like, there's no chance to redeem him.
No, it's like single-minded, focused on one thing, and it's kind of hilarious. But it's I get it. Not good.
Yeah, but to like turn that back around into, hey, he's a reluctant member of the group and this, that, and the other thing because he's a good guy, but he's to help fellow monsters. There's opportunity there. I did go down, and I told you down the rabbit hole of Gogol Bordello.
Yes,
which is the gypsy punk band that they play in almost every episode. Oh my God, the music's great. It's a blast. Yeah. It's ironically on Google Play. It's like, hey, this is like ska and Irish music. I'm like, oh, that's why I like it.
Oh, yeah,
because it's like Flogging Mollies and and then like just play them and then Real Big Fish and be like, these are the bands that are like this. I'm like, that all tracks.
Matty Kaplan thing.
Right in our wheelhouse. Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Just as I said it.
Yeah, I knew Matt would be on my side. So go ahead. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm interested to see where they're going to go. They still keep making Weasel out to be this like just every scene with Weasel the last 2 weeks is heartbreaking. Like the scene where he's running around in the field playing fetch with the wolves was just like, oh my God, that's so cute. Let's go kill the princess now.
Yeah, and he's like, okay.
Before we go over to the
Skeleton Crew.
Eamon Vellani, you know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Marvel. And she is apparently at one point she was really big on Letterboxd.
Yeah, it's Letterboxd.
Letterboxd.
Okay. It's an app.
I know.
It's an app where people go through and rate their crap.
So she gave a rating to 2 movies recently. She rated Madam Web.
Oh God.
0.5 out of 5 stars.
It's fair.
And then she rated Captain Marvel 2 out of 5 stars.
Also fair.
And she replied, "These stars are not for Brie Larson. I will sacrifice my own life for Brie Larson." So I'm guessing she did not really like her own movie that much.
No, but not the Marvels.
No, the
She
Marvels, she
rated the
rated 2 out of 5.
no, Captain Marvel, the first one.
Oh, no. Wait,
Yes,
was it
100%.
Captain Marvel?
It was
Okay,
Captain Marvel. She
okay.
rated
I
2,
read
which
that
is
I read
fair.
that
That's a
way
fair
wrong.
score for that movie.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Captain Marvel. I read that way wrong. I read that as the Marvels. I mean, giving Madam Web 0.5 out of 5 is actually hilarious.
Yeah, but also a fair rating.
Very fair rating from what I understand. I
And
still won't see
2
it.
for Captain Marvel, that's also about
That's
right.
fair. But see, I didn't hate Captain Marvel the way a lot of people did. I liked it.
I find it a hard rewatch, and it's been on a few times, and I've like left it on, and it's not.
Oh, I can't rewatch it. It was an enjoyable one time through movie for me.
Yeah,
I can't rewatch. See? He rated it higher than
yeah, but T gave it 1 star out of 100.
that's fair. All
I'm
right, the
kidding,
last
probably
thing
out of
we
5.
have really is Skeleton Crew. And I'm gonna defer to you, Skeleton Crew.
Look, we're spending way too much time with these kids. They're killing me. They're still, and look, the show's not for me. I got it, but like least interesting part of the show to me is these kids, and I have zero interest in what's going on with them. The kid Wim is just obnoxious. The captain I like, but she's barely featured as much as I'd like her. The girl playing the captain's good. The other one is good, but they keep pairing them with the people that I don't give a crap about. So it's making it. I would like to see those 2 girls like doing their thing and get to know their relationship. That I'm in for.
I enjoyed the kids a little bit more this episode. The adult part of the plot literally went nowhere. It literally is treading water, like this week. And that's whatever. It tread water.
Yeah,
He
it was
told me
filler. It was filler to get to the net, get through the kids, and get to
right,
oh, what's this ship, and who is this captain really? Blah blah blah
having
blah blah.
having Win get all intricate with her thing that she's got going on. That was cool. I like that. That was some neat story. Um, the ship becoming a better ship is neat, but it wasn't one of those, "Oh my god, that's so awesome" moments that you kinda for me, maybe for someone else, not for me.
Well, again, for kids, right?
For kids,
But it
sure.
was shot in such a way that you got a quarter of a second of the fancy ship.
Right, well, you'll get more next week. What do we got?
I know, but I'm saying
Next
like you should have shown me like an extended cut of this new ship like doing crazy stuff in the sky and make it like, oh my god, this new ship is awesome versus like, hey, look, it's a new ship. Oh, missed it. Cool, great, thanks.
the episodes is selling. So there's 8. So we're at 6 or 7?
I'm looking.
I forget how many we're in.
7 is next.
Okay.
So there's
So we
2
got
left.
2 more. So this is the penultimate episode coming up.
So we should be done with filler and
You
back to
hope.
the rubber wolf mask that kills me every time he's on screen. It takes me completely out of the damn show. It's
Well,
like a bad Halloween costume they have this guy in.
you wanna know what I wanna know? I wanna know about the lightsaber. I wanna know about, uh, Jude Law's Jedi powers, and that's it right now. That's all I want. I don't want anything more than that. Those are the only questions I want answered for me. I said this in a Discord chat that I'm in, and we've mentioned this before. This show is not built for me or you. This is definitely built to get new eyes on Star Wars in the form of a younger generation, and that's awesome. I hope that is what happens. Get me back to stuff that I like.
Agreed.
I'm
Let's Andor's next. Let's go.
and I'm very excited for Andor. I know there's a lot of people out there that are less and think it's
So we will I think that brings us to a wrap for this week.
yes.
As always, thank you all for finding the geek spot. Everybody enjoy Raw tonight. We'll see you
Yeah,
next Monday with maybe Frank will watch some more Doctor Who. Maybe we'll watch Last Christmas' special.
maybe.
Get to meet Ruby Sunday.
There's a possibility. Ruby Rose?
Ruby Sunday. Nope. Much better than Ruby Rose. We'll see that. We'll see some more Skeleton Crew, some more Creature Commandos, and we'll see all the rest of you then. Check me out, jackkidmusic.com. See where I'll be playing this weekend. And
Check out this cool outro.